Paul Blart can just chuck a missile at a bus and we're cool. but
Paul Blart, missile cop. Rated E for everything. You're here with Rated E for everything.
the podcast where we talk a little bit about a lot.
How's everybody doing? Today we are going to be talking about the weirdest state laws in the United States.
I'm excited for this
I
one.
think it's going to be really something, just based off some prior knowledge.
It's going to be a wild ride today.
Just why. A lot of the things are just like, why is that something? All right, we're going to get started off with the Cami game here. Do you have a word in mind?
Yes.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, lamp.
Shirt. Lamp and shirt?
Lamp shirt?
Okay, I have one.
I don't.
It's not your day.
No, I'm not on it. What goes with that? Like lamp and shirt? I don't. I'm trying to think of the. Oh, what is the thing that they? Okay, all right, we're good.
3, 2, 1. Shade.
Bruh.
Yes!
Bruh.
Yes!
All
My God.
day. I was in my mind. I'm like a shirt for a lamp, huh? Like that's so dumb.
Honestly, that's how I started, and then I was like, "Oh, it kind of makes sense because like light and shade and like the sun and your shirt just works all together."
I can't believe that we got that. Actually,
Yes, that was good.
All right, I was good.
I can't believe you couldn't think of the word shade.
Well, I was thinking.
Lampshade, dude.
I know. I looked up covering for a lamp. Oh my God, I'm fucking hot. Hang on.
That's actually hilarious.
Shade.
You're like, you probably already know this word. Like, yes, of course I know that word.
All right, so to get in the 50, well, just like the weirdest laws in the 50 states, I have one that I thought was interesting, which was Iowa does not tolerate fake butter.
So, like, margarine,
So
you can't have
so
it.
I guess not.
Not allowed.
It's just what it says. It's like, nerp, not allowed. Imitation butter cannot be called butter or described with the words butter, creamy, or dairy, nor can you market it with images of dairy cows. It must be marketed as oleomargarine. Iowa does not tolerate fake butter.
That's the best wording for it. We don't tolerate that
But
here.
How can you... I just don't understand. It's just so confusing to me.
I went to the Iowa State Fair, and let me tell you, that state takes their butter seriously. They have a whole competition of making like
butter churning?
sculptures out of butter.
Bruh, how do you sculpt butter? If it's hot out, it's going to melt.
They put it in freezers. And at the state fair, you go inside like this tent that has freezers, and there's just butter sculptures. And it was like the main attraction. Like, we took an Uber there, and everyone was like, "Oh, make sure you see the butter cow." Like, that was their thing.
The butter cow.
The butter cow.
As if that's something you should know about coming from a different state, or just like,
Yeah.
hey, go check out the butter cow. Obviously, our most famous attraction. In
Literally,
Iowa.
when you walk in the front gates of the Iowa State Fair, there was like stickers on the ground on the cement that was like 1,000 steps to butter cow. They were into it.
Why? Well, I don't understand.
I don't know. And then we went in the tent because everyone said we had to see the butter cow. So we went in, and there's like mass amounts of people walking in line to look at these butter sculptures. And we got there, and we're like, yeah, that's a cow.
Oh, that's cool. They really must have nothing better to do with their time in Iowa, huh?
Whatever, if that's your thing. If
Hey,
you're into
yeah,
butter
I guess
sculpting,
so.
I couldn't do it. That's for sure.
All right.
All right, let me take a look here. Little gander. This seems oddly specific and almost impossible. All right, so in Indiana,
Gotta love Indiana.
it's illegal. Oh yeah, so in Kokomo too. It's illegal to ride a horse above 10 miles per hour. That's absurd.
I feel like it's like
What's
a
the-
slow trot.
What's the point of the horse then?
Like, wait, like on the street, or what if you had it on like a trail specified for riding horses?
I don't know.
You know
but
what I mean?
The first sentence under this says, "I hope your horse has a speedometer."
Bro, like, that's accurate. How are you gonna know how fast your horse is going? What?
Count the clops.
That's All right,
Clops per
so
second.
to calculate this, I'm going to need to see how fast my horse can go in 1 mile, counting how many clops it makes, every step it takes, in order to determine how fast the horse is going to go.
Like, I feel like if you're at a slow trot with a horse, it's going to reach 10 miles per hour. But you can only, like, clippity clop.
Like, yeah.
That's it.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
What made that? And they're like the state of speed, like the Indy 500. But, like, horses, no. We just no.
Only cars here. Nothing
Horsepower,
else.
no horses. Like, why even? What happened in that state? You know what it was? It was Kokomo. It was that guy that got dragged out by horseback to get shot in the head.
And they were like, all right, well, okay, guess we can't do that no more.
No, because if they go over 10 miles per hour, you're going to get dragged.
Yeah.
So they're like, nope, just slow trots.
I got one from our home state of Illinois.
Oh, good.
Make sure you don't fall asleep in a cheese shop and break the law while not being awake to remember it. So it's illegal to fall asleep in a cheese shop because you won't remember the experience.
Like
you can't fall asleep in a cheese shop.
as a customer?
I don't know.
What about...
Just in general. Just you can't do it at all.
All right, first of all, have you ever seen a cheese shop?
Also, no. But my question is, who is falling asleep in these cheese shops, and how often is it happening that you had to make a law for it?
Exactly. I don't know where a cheese shop is, first of all. Second of all, if I'm tired, my first thought is not like we should go get cheese. And third of all, like you said, how many people... What happened? Did they like fall into something? What happened?
I can just imagine someone just like standing in a cheese shop and then just being like, man, I'm pretty tired, and just like passing out, standing up and knocking over like a whole display of like super fancy cheeses.
They hit like a wheel of cheese and it just causes like a Rube Goldberg throughout the town. Just knocks stuff out.
The whole shop is like burned to the ground in some like
the whole city goes up into flames if you fall asleep in a chease shop.
That was how the actual Chicago fire started. Someone fell asleep in a cheese shop and it was over from there.
They just didn't tell us. In Louisiana.
I was just reading one about Louisiana.
Oh, maybe it's the same one.
I don't think so.
It's illegal to send a surprise pizza.
Yep. Okay.
It's the same one.
It's the same one. I don't understand that. Like, what if you're just trying to do something nice for somebody?
Trying to be nice. And just like, nope, not pizza. Anything else?
Is it just pizza? I thought it was. Maybe it's. Is it everything? Is it just pizza? I don't know.
Let me see.
Either way,
sending an unprompted pizza is considered harassment.
Imagine just sending. Say we lived in Louisiana, and I was like, man, you know what? Chanel's had a tough day. I'm gonna send her a pizza. I'm gonna get a pizza delivered to her house, and you get at the door, and you're like, what the hell?
Fucking Carl.
I can't believe it. And you immediately like call the cops.
They show up like, what's the emergency? And I'm like, pizza.
Someone ordered a pizza here, and I didn't order it. Someone ordered it for me, and they're like,
well, that's awfully nice.
25 to life.
Lock them up forever.
I've had enough of this.
You can send flowers. What if I like order Pizza Hut, but it's just wings?
I don't even know. I don't know. This one from Michigan says, I guess you can't be drunk on a train. Like it's not, like it's illegal.
At all?
Yeah.
Like any? What?
Like if you're traveling on the train in Michigan, if you drink anything, it's illegal. You have to be sober to ride the train.
You can't even have like sips?
No. So that doesn't make sense to me because I feel like the whole point of taking the train is the ability to potentially get
blasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not driving. What's the matter? Exactly. I'm going on the train so that I can drink.
I mean, don't they have like full bars on some trains?
Yeah, and it's like full service. I'm going to get like total Polar Express treatment with alcohol. Like that's why I'm going on the train.
It's like hot sake.
yes, we're gonna remake that whole movie.
I totally was trying to think of something that was hot, that was alcoholic, and immediately I don't know why
you
sake
got there though.
Was the first thing that came to my mind.
That worked. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is like a hot toddy, like tea with whiskey.
Oh yeah,
but I don't know.
Hot toddy. That's such a weird. I don't like the name of that. A hot toddy.
Hot toddy. It sounds like a porn.
It just makes me uncomfortable.
Hot toddy.
Okay, moving on.
This one, I feel like I actually like this one. I feel like everyone should have this. In Massachusetts, it's illegal to tell fortunes without certification.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
That's legit.
Imagine being a fortune teller and just spewing BS to people.
Can you hear my neighbor's music?
Are they fucking? They're going at it right now.
They are partying so hard. I'm gonna close the window.
Yeah, so just imagine somebody in, where was this?
Massachusetts.
Well, I guess that makes sense because the whole Salem witch trials
Yep.
thing. So they never really recovered from that, apparently.
They're still salty. They're like, you freaking gypsies
You
and witches. Like, don't be telling fortune unless you're certified.
Yeah, you can only do that now with a certification. However, we will burn you at the stake if you don't have a certification.
That's the punishment. No jail time. We burn you.
I don't care what year it is.
But also, like, where do you get certified to just be mystical? Like, you have to go to Hogwarts to tell fortunes.
Yeah,
here.
wait. Is there like a school for?
There's got to be.
telling?
There's some certification.
I could just imagine a strip mall store. It's like super small, and you just walk in. There's like some dude sitting behind the counter, and he's got like a, I don't know. I'm picturing like someone with a mustache, slightly balding, and he's just like, "Hey," and you're like, "Hey, I need to get my fortune telling certificate," and he's like, "Okay, no problem." And he just like prints it out, and the printer is super old, so it takes forever.
I was thinking he was gonna walk in and be like, "All right, like, so what's gonna happen in like 5 minutes from now?" And they're like,
I'm gonna get my certificate."
Exactly what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was gonna
And he's
say.
like, "Oh, nice. I can see
solid. You win.
I can see you have a knack for that stuff."
Like, how do you walk in and they're like, "Read my palm."
Or they take it like super seriously. And
You walk in and there's like a smoke machine.
Yeah.
Like,
there's like a gypsy woman sitting in a counter, and she's like, "You must pass 5 trials in order to get your certificate.
you must pass through the valley of death and then take an exam.
It's similar to a driver's test."
Yeah. You get 3 tries, and if not, you're out of the club.
So apparently in New Hampshire, you can have picnics in cemeteries.
All right. What happened? Like, what went wrong?
I mean, someone just wants to go spend a day with their loved one and their
That
family
passed, yeah.
and enjoy remembering their deceased family member.
Yeah,
However,
just spend a day out there.
Apparently, no. Like,
This is illegal
hard
now.
no. Imagine a cop rolling by and seeing you like whipping out the checkered blanket and like sitting down, and they like turn the lights on and skirt into the cemetery.
Like
and
a straight up U-turn.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
whoop,
like,
whoop.
"We need you to get the fuck out of here immediately. Sir, please step off of the premises. Put away the checkered blanket immediately.
Fold the blanket, or you're coming down to the station." Like, what?
We will fine you $2 million.
What happened? Were like people loitering all day, and that was a problem, or like, what could possibly go that wrong with a picnic? Like, damn it! The bears are here. Like, what did you do? What state is
bears
this?
in New Hampshire?
No, well, probably actually. Like, I know there's bears in New Jersey and like Maine, so probably it's somewhere over there. In Minnesota, dirty tires are completely banned. So, like, you drive through a mud puddle and you're like, "Whoop whoop, sir, you're gonna have to follow me to the car wash."
Yeah, wait. How does that work? Like, what if it's...
But you can't drive to the car wash with your dirty tires.
So in Minnesota, arguably one of the most places that gets snow constantly in the United States, and the roads are probably consistently dirty, and they're
Wet.
just like, nah.
No, we need our snow to be white.
Yeah, nice and pristine. So I see you got a little dirt on your tires there. We're gonna have to replace those entirely. Just get
take
rid
off
of
the
them.
whole tire. No, you can't go to the car wash. Just new tires. And you're like, "Sir, it's just a scuff. I can rub it up." Nope. Mm-mm.
Oh, by the way, we're gonna make you pay for the new tires as well as a $500 ticket. So just take that into consideration the next time you decide to drive with dirty tires.
How dare
imbecile.
you? How dare you hit that pothole that we did not fill as the government? Gosh.
Oh, state legislature. It is an actual petty misdemeanor to misuse the national or state anthem of New Mexico. I don't know what misuse means. That's very vague.
Like, if you sing it at the wrong time, if you use this as a lullaby, jail.
Wrong.
That's it.
So, I mean, again, how did that happen? You know?
Yeah, what went wrong? Maybe they were like using it as a protest or something
I
and
don't
changed
know.
the words.
Or maybe someone was singing karaoke and they just did a really bad job.
This is just so horrible. They're like, turn it off, shut the whole state down. We have to write a law right now. It's like,
Everybody stop what you're doing. If anybody is singing the current state, I also didn't know that states had national anthems.
do you know?
The Illinois one. What? No, I don't know that. I have no idea.
It probably has something to do with like corn or prairies. That's all we have.
I just don't First of all, how often is your state national anthem used that it has that?
It's
it
not
has to
like
be
you play
outlawed?
it. It's not like you play it at sports games.
No, you play the national anthem.
Right. Wait, I'm going to look up what the Illinois one is because I have no idea.
That's so... I really didn't know that. Is that weird? Am I a bad
No,
citizen?
I didn't know that either. Like, I know we have, like, state birds and trees and leaves and fish, but, like, I didn't know there was a song.
Imagine it's like a Chicago song. It's like 25 or 6-4 or something.
And we just missed all of it. Oh, there's a remix on YouTube, too. Illinois State Anthem song.
Can you just run off some lyrics for me real quick?
I'm just gonna...
Oh, okay.
By the rivers gently flowing, Illinois, Illinois. By the prairies verdant growing,
Prairies.
Illinois,
Yeah, called it.
Illinois. Comes an echo on the breeze, rustling through the leafy trees, and its
What a
mellow
jam.
tones are these, Illinois,
Illinois.
And
Nailed
its
it.
mellow tones are these.
So, yeah, I want to know, what
That
is
is-
it? New Mexico? I want to
Yeah.
know what they were doing so wrong. So we're going to get a little preview there.
Also, why does our state song suck?
It's so sad. It's like, I'm sorry you're here. Please leave.
Illinois, Illinois. It's like
So sad.
somebody just sat down at their desk and
They were sad they were here, and they're like, oh, man, all that's here is prairies and rivers and
leafy trees.
leaf trees. All right, New Mexico, what do you have for us? Already so much better.
A banger,
Dude,
an
I
actual
want this.
banger.
This is my new ringtone.
Under a sky of azure,
Dude, no wonder they're like, don't mess this up.
breezes blow, kissed by the golden sunshine.
Ooh, get it,
Is
girl.
Nuevo Mexico.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Mother Montezuma, with fiery hearts aglow.
All right, so I understand. Like, don't mess that up. That's a jam.
I feel like that was about it just felt that we were on the cusp of going into Arabian Nights.
Legitimately, I thought that too. Oh,
like,
that was good.
what's gonna
I thought of
happen?
I'm in Zelda right now. There's so like that was a banger.
It was definitely better than Illinois, so
I feel ashamed now.
Illinois, Illinois.
No, like give me that sweet sultry guitar again. Like so good.
Yeah, instead of the really depressing bim 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 of the piano.
All right, so this one raises some questions, and I think Disney was on to something. In Montana, it's illegal to give a rat. I read it wrong. Never mind. Makes more sense. I thought it said it's illegal to give a rat a present. It's illegal to give a rat as a present. Much different. But also, like, how many people did that? That was a thing.
Yeah, how often were you giving rats? Also, why would you want a rat? Just get a mouse. It's the same. You know what I mean?
But it's like you can have a rat as a pet, but you can't give one as a present.
Just imagine Christmas morning.
That's okay. Let's legit like the first thing it says. We sure hope a rat isn't on your Christmas list this year.
Just sprinting downstairs, and the first gift you open is like a rat in a box, and you're like, "Mommy, Daddy, this is just what I wanted. Who got it for us?" And they're
How
like,
did you know?
"They're like, if you tell anybody,
We'll kill you.
yeah, you'll go to jail. Not us, you.
You will go to jail.
It was Santa."
Like, how many people were giving that as Christmas
I
presents?
just also, where was this?
Montana.
How often were people like running around and catching rats and giving them to other people as gifts?
I can boldly say, not once have I thought about getting someone a rat as a present. So, I think I'm pretty safe there.
This one just cracked me up. If you are annoyed by pigeons, you cannot kill them without a pigeon killing permit first.
Where do I get one?
No, this is in North Dakota.
They're like, all right, I'm fed up. We gotta go get our license. Let's fuck these guys up.
Just imagine like walking down the street of North Dakota with like 2 pistols in hand, just like popping off on these pigeons. Just
Cop rolls up and you're like, I got a permit.
and they're like, oh, me too, bud. And they like hop out of the car and just start like
lighting up pigeons next to you.
It's just like a trail of deceased pigeons in your wake as you walk up and down your town street.
You're like, it's time to go. What the hell?
Call me the pigeon murderer.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna get my fishing license. You guys want a pigeon license while we're here? Like, let's just blow.
Yeah, that was my question. Where do they sell those at? Like, oh, I don't know. I know you get fishing licenses from Walmart in Illinois. So
yeah, like Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
And like, let me get that. We'll get one fishing license,
a hunting.
pack of bullets, a hunting license, and you know what? Just throw in the pigeon one. Why not?
Actually, I need a bigger pistol too. Like this, the one that I have right now is just not cutting it for my pigeon
Yeah.
for my pigeon killing needs.
I want like full explosion. I want feathers everywhere.
I basically want them to spontaneously combust when I look at them.
I'm gonna go around as a different pigeon hunter and just give them Alka-Seltzer because they can't fart, so they're just gonna explode. I'm gonna explode pigeons.
I'm sorry, Chanel. You need a permit for that.
Damn. Oh, I'm going.
Wait, okay. Go ahead.
This one. Let me start this by saying you have to already be committing a crime to commit this crime.
Okay.
In New Jersey, bulletproof vests are banned while committing a crime. So if you're like, I'm gonna go break the law, but I can't break this one, like who the fuck cares?
Imagine going to like rob a bank and you're like, all right, boys, let's saddle up. And you're like, does everybody have their bulletproof vest? And they're like, yeah. And you're like, no, leave him at home. Bro, we're going to rob a bank. Like,
you're like, no, not that.
Listen, I want to rob the bank, but I don't want to get charged with this other smaller misdemeanor.
I don't want this small fine, but if I die, it's cool.
Yeah.
Like, if I get shot, whatever. At least
fine.
I didn't break that law.
Exactly. Who's going to listen to that? I bet that gets broken so often.
Like, who they made that? They passed that law. Someone sat down in their state congress and was like, "This is genius."
And everyone was like, "Unanimous decision."
Write that shit in. We're keeping it. It went straight through.
Yeah.
There was
no
denying.
questions asked.
And every crime committer, because I can't think of another
Criminal.
word. Thank you. We got there.
Every crime committer.
It's like your sports guy.
person.
Yeah. Every criminal is like, yeah, no, not worth. I'm just gonna stop doing crimes because
I can't wear my bulletproof
can't
vest.
wear my vest. So,
So in Ohio, apparently some of the crimes are less serious because you can't be arrested on a Sunday or on the 4th of July unless you're on a river, in which case those previous statements I just made don't apply.
what? That's so specific.
No.
They're like, hey, go ahead and murder people,
Wait, no.
but stay out of the water.
No, only like small crimes. So I'm assuming like, say you're plastered on the 4th of July and a cop pulls up to you and you're like pissing publicly and they're like, yeah, go America, bro. And they just drive off.
You're fine. Man.
However, say you're partying on a yacht
You pee in the river
and you piss in the river, they're like, jail.
Done.
Immediately.
Case closed.
You and all your friends.
But like Sundays, they're like, it's the Lord's day,
Yeah.
so we will not arrest you.
It's fine. You know what? Just go home to your families. Listen, Clint, I don't want to see you pissing in public anymore, but it's Sunday, so I guess it's chill.
Like fist bumps, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna get you then.
Yeah, I'll arrest you on Monday, pal.
Have a good weekend. Like, what even? I love this. This is great. All right. So this also should be in every state, but I want to know mostly about this law. How do you go about enforcing this? In New Mexico, first of all, don't mess up their song. Second of all, idiots are banned from voting.
Fair enough. Hey, fair enough.
That should be everywhere, but I just want to know, like, what's the screening process?
It's the people who are going in and like writing in dumbass names. They're like, yes, gonna go today and vote for my state legislature. I'm gonna write in somebody though. I don't like any of the current candidates, and they're like Barry McCockiner, Mike Oxmall.
They're like, idiot, banned. Like, no.
No more voting for you for
Yeah.
at least 5 years. And
We'll
you're like,
show you.
man.
Ruin all my plans.
Listen to this one. Oklahoma, you cannot make glue with dead skunks.
Well, there goes my holiday plans.
Why, though, is my question. I want
to know if the people in these states know why these laws are made. Like, what happened? Who was fucking with the dead skunks much?
What were they using the skunks for? Were, like, brushes for glue? Like, their tails for brushes? Like,
that is much more PG than what I was thinking.
The organ sacks for something?
I was thinking of, like, the other white liquid to put in glue. Yep. I went there.
Seminal vesicles?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
That's the first thing I thought of. Why?
Guess so. It's so weird.
Okay, this one's oddly specific.
Like the 4th of July and Sunday one? Good old Oklahoma.
It's just who did this? Why?
Oh, that wasn't Oklahoma.
In Ohio, it's illegal to sell dyed chickens, like color dyed. If you dyed them.
I read that also. Actually, unless you're selling them in groups of 6.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah. Wait, for real?
Wait, hang on. Now I'm curious because.
Oh, also a side, like a little asterisk under says rainbow rabbits and chickens are banned.
Oh, I have a different one for Ohio. That's actually a thing in another state. Is that weird that that's a thing in different states?
Who is taking these rabbits and dyeing their fur?
Oh, it's rabbits? I thought it was chickens.
It says rabbits and chickens.
Oh. Wait, now I've got to find it.
They're like, let me just, we're going to paint dip this feather in particular.
Oh, in Kentucky, it's unlawful to sell those dyed baby chicks you see around Easter, unless, of course, you sell them in groups of 6 or more.
Wait, are they talking about, like,
Peeps?
the food?
I don't know.
Because in this one, it says, buy peeps instead.
Well, now I'm just lost.
I have questions. Are we talking about real animals or marshmallows? Because that's a big difference.
Yeah, for real.
If you're going around dyeing chickens, come on the show. I want to talk to you.
Why
what are you doing?
Why are you doing that? And then giving them as gifts? Clearly, you're not a very good gift giver. I don't think anybody would want that.
It's better than a rat, apparently.
I mean, yeah, I guess. In California, you can have as many frogs for a frog jumping contest as you want, but if any of them die, you are not allowed to eat them.
What?
Yep.
I don't even have words for that.
So, if you were planning on going and doing some high stakes gambling on frog jumping contests,
don't eat them. When they die.
If one of them happens to like spontaneously combust mid jump or something of that sort, you
can't have it. No snacks. What if it's alive? I don't want to go there. Never mind.
And then you kill it and then eat it?
Yeah, like it doesn't just die on its own. It's just like if one happens to die, like what if it gets killed?
Well, I think that as long as it's not during these frog jumping contests, it's fine.
Wow. Okay.
So clearly in California, they take the frog jumping contests very seriously.
First and foremost, let's go to a frog jumping contest. I'm in.
I mean, how do you train a frog for a frog jumping contest?
You said the cheese one was in Illinois, right?
Yeah.
That's also in South Dakota.
Like if you fall asleep in a cheese store.
Don't you dare sleep in the cheese factory. That's what it says.
I just have a quick question for the Midwest. What the hell is happening in these cheese stores?
What doing? This one makes sense, honestly, but it had to be a newer law. It's illegal to share your Netflix password.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't surprise.
It's in Tennessee, so.
Okay. What the fuck? Arkansas says, no persons shall sound the horn on a vehicle at any place where cold drinks or sandwiches are served after 9 p.m.
Why do you find like the most specific? If it's a hot drink, go ahead, blare that thing, like just lay on that horn. It's cool. If it's coffee place, there's cappuccinos, just lay on it. But if
No.
there's iced coffee,
no.
watch
So
out.
say I'm out in front of a Dunkin' Donuts in Arkansas,
It's a gamble.
and I'm not even like in the parking lot, but someone cuts me off. I'm like, "You mother!" and I like just slam my hand on the horn. The cops will roll up on you immediately and be like, "You're disturbing the good people of the Dunkin' Donuts."
Their cold beverages are ruined because of your horn
Yeah.
sound. They taste bad now.
Or
You
s-
made their coffee taste bad.
Or sandwiches, like
Oh my
a,
gosh.
a Subway.
You ruined their sandwich. But if it's toasted, is it cool? Is
No,
it just
it
cold
just-
beverages
no,
or cold sandwiches?
Just
too?
says sandwiches.
Okay, so just Subway in general, no beeping.
Yeah, I could just imagine. I don't even know how you would get there with this, but maybe someone was just outside of a Subway and they were just like laying on the horn just for no reason whatsoever. And they were like, you know what? I've had enough of this bullshit. It's happening too much around here.
I'm calling the legislation. Like, calling in the big guns. Okay, this is interesting. In Washington, it's illegal to attach a vending machine to a utility pole. Now, have you ever seen a vending machine just chilling in the middle of the street next to like a telephone pole, or like just they like zip tie it around the pole? Like,
Why would you ever do that? Why?
when do you see them outside? And like they're usually like, if they are outside, they're attached to a building or
Yeah.
like on a building, but like just on the a
side.
telephone pole. Like, oh man, I gotta stop for some snacks. Let me pull over. Let me go
Hey,
see what this pole has.
hop out of the car real quick. I'm gonna drive down the block. Give me a bag of Cheetos. I'll come back around.
What even?
To go back to the Indiana thing where you're not allowed to go with a horse over 10 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
In Rhode Island, horse speed testing is not permitted. It's illegal to speed test your horse in Rhode Island.
So in Indiana, make sure you have a speedometer. But if you go to Rhode Island, take that shit off. That is not okay.
My question is still, in what scenario are you speed testing your horse? Like,
Well,
all
for
right,
like racing, even like you can't know.
I
Like
don't-
there's
I don't know.
don't measure it. We don't want to know how
Well, just-
fast your horse is.
it's like, I don't know what people in Rhode Island do. Although like the 7 people who live there, they're like, hey, all right, I'm gonna go grab my horse from the back. You go get yours. Let's have a race. And they're like, all right, well, let's see who's faster. And then their one friend is like, no, you can race them, but we can't test their miles per hour.
We can't know how
We
fast they're
can't-
going. They
yeah.
can go fast, but
we
don't tell
we
me.
can't know.
Don't tell me how fast.
If you're 18 or older, you can legally play pinball in South Carolina. If you're under 18, you must find another outlet for your angst. Like you can't play pinball.
Can you imagine being so fucking angry? I'm so mad. I'm so obscenely livid. I need to go play pinball right now. That's the only thing that's gonna make me feel better.
But
pinball.
and then your mom's
Damn it,
like,
I'm
and then-
17.
And then your mom's like, listen, you're only 17. You can't be doing that in here. No.
No.
Go play pool or something. Ping pong. And you're like, nothing will get me out of this angry mood as much as pinball will.
Just like pressing the buttons on the side, like so fucking angry. Like, oh my gosh, like,
So
son, go box or something. You cannot have that violence in here.
you're
No.
16.
Like, wait 2 years and you can press the buttons as angrily as you want.
I just feel like that's so. Do they have? You know how they have like the 21 years or older gambling areas?
Yeah.
So do they have that and like roped off in
Like,
South?
do not cross
Dakota?
this line.
In South Carolina, they're like, if you're 18 or older, you cannot. And it's like a shit ton of pinball machines just lined
Like-
up on the wall.
Like, oh, I gotta blow off some steam. Let me go to the pinball arcade.
Yeah, what? And they're like, ID, please.
Yeah, right?
They like check you.
They pull out a fake ID and they're like, nah, buddy, you ain't getting through to
Yeah,
these machines.
You gotta check. You have. I don't even
No
know.
high scores for
I
you.
don't even know where to go. I don't even know what to say.
All right, so I have questions about this one. Arizona. No one can feed garbage to pigs without first obtaining a permit, in which case you can swap out through You can swap out waste baskets or recycled things. And especially, you can swap out the trough for a waste basket if the swine are raised for your own consumption. So, you can feed pigs garbage only if they are yours and you're going to eat them. If you're going to eat that garbage from the pigs. Or if you obtain a permit to feed someone else's pigs garbage. You're like, oh man, I feel like I don't want to take the garbage out, just eat it. But then I'm going to have to eat you, or it's illegal.
I'm so lost. I just don't understand why these are things.
I just want to know the circumstances that made all of these have to be laws.
For real. In South Dakota, it is unlawful to cause static. At least it's illegal between the hours of 7 a.m. and 11 p.m. However, after 11 p.m., I guess during those 8 other hours of the day, it's fine.
Static electricity.
It just says static.
Have you ever purposely made that besides if you're trying to
Well, I
shot
wonder
someone?
if it's maybe static sound.
Even still, when do you Carl personally just make static noises just for fun?
Imagine your TV just goes to white noise and it's
You're no, it's not time,
and the SWAT team comes and they kick the fucking door down to your house or come through the windows and shit, and they're like, "You're on the ground right now," and they're like, "The static, it's too powerful."
I can't do it. Oh my god.
Oh no.
This is amazing. This is the best thing. These are the best I've ever read. Excuse me, what? Okay, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
In Colorado, you have to get a permit to modify the weather. If you want to be fucking Elsa or Storm from X-Men, go get your permit first. You can't change it.
So imagine just Indians doing a rain dance. They're it's been a while since the rains have not come in 4 moons, and they start doing a rain dance in the middle of the field, and again the cops roll up and they're like, these idiots.
Listen, breezy tree, I'm gonna need to see your permit or we can't be doing this.
And he's like, it is my people's this is the way.
Yes. And he's like, you'll have to ask my father, Weeping Willow.
And the cop's like, listen here, Weeping Willow, I don't see no permits. You're going to have to take your asses home right now and face a $500 fine, please.
And of course, Weeping Willow just pulls out all these permits for the
whole tribe.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with this?
This one's good. In Washington, if you are the one to confirm the existence of Sasquatch and then decide to kill Sasquatch, you are guilty of a misdemeanor and face a fine, jail, or both. Now wait. It used to be a felony, which seems fitting. Sasquatch here is legally interchangeable with the terms Yeti, Bigfoot, and giant hairy ape. But it seems clear that if you kill Sasquatch by any name, it is you who are the true monster.
I hope that's written in law.
It's like,
oh my god.
Just imagine discovering Sasquatch and being like,
you're like, oh fuck, he's gonna kill me.
Or just, you're talking to him and you're like, you beautiful creature. Now you must die. I love you so damn much, but I have to kill you.
I found you. Now it's time to die. What even?
These are so funny.
Oh my gosh. This one, this is the one. This is the one.
Okay. Wait, I said that was in Washington, right? Just want to make sure that was
I think so. Okay. Florida. People who own bars, restaurants, and other places where liquor is sold may be fined up to $1,000 if they participate in or permit any contest of dwarf tossing. If you toss that little person right now,
oh my
you're gonna have to pay.
What?
But just the owner, everyone else participating,
everyone else.
It's cool. It's fine. Everyone's good. But if you own that bar and you toss that dwarf, You are so wrong.
How often was that happening that there were problems involved with
This
that?
one, I mean, okay, so this is Florida. We all know how Florida is.
Yeah.
So
All right. Let's just move on. I don't even know where to begin with that. So in Wyoming, you can apparently be fined $750 for failing to close a fence behind you.
in Wyoming,
Yep. So if you're walking into your backyard and you don't close your fence, you'll get a fine for $750.
like your own fence.
Anybody's fence, yours, your neighbors, your friends, just a fence in general. The one at the park.
Is this like Monsters Inc? Like you could let in a child.
I don't know.
what happened? They're like, you know what? You just let a bear in your yard. We're not dealing with it. This is on you. You did this. You didn't follow the
I
law.
feel like a fence wouldn't stop a bear though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like the bear's like politely unlocking this little slide gate.
He's like, I can't figure this out.
Yeah, man, you've really stumped me.
I just don't get why. I just don't understand. Again, what were the circumstances in that someone forgot to close a gate behind them? And like, I feel like you would be at a party, and you're like, "Hey guys, I'm here," and you like walk in and you got all your gifts, you got your food that you brought,
But you
like,
didn't shut the
like,
gate.
Did you close the gate behind you? And you're like, "No, I didn't." And they're like, "We were best friends. You're my sister's godfather.
I trusted you.
Get out of my house immediately."
You are paying that fine. You hear me? This is now your fine. Idaho. Good old Idaho.
No, Idaho.
No, Idaho. So they were prepared for something because cannibalism is strictly prohibited and punishable by up to 14 years in prison. Only 14 if you eat someone, by the way. Except under life-threatening conditions as the only apparent means of survival. Don't eat someone unless you're going to die first. Like,
I feel like that was put into action during the Oregon Trail times.
yep, you can't eat them unless,
You're really out of food.
it's you or them.
Yeah. There's no other option here.
What?
In Wisconsin, you can face up to 6 months in jail for selling home-baked cookies. Don't you dare. Don't you dare bake those cookies and then sell them to the neighborhood kids. Because, damn it, you could go to jail for 6 months.
Can you imagine? There's this speakeasy for like the PTA bake sale. Like,
No, because what I'm imagining is something much more depressing. And it's a grandma. And
but
she's
she
like...
would just give her cookies away. Let's be real.
Yeah, but say, she's hard on times. Her, like... insurance ran out. I don't know. She can't pay
No more life insurance. Gotta resort to cookies.
she can't pay for Life Alert or something.
Oh my god.
And so she's just going door to door in her neighborhood and selling freshly baked cookies
She's
to
like, help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Please buy my cookies.
Yeah.
And the cops are like, whoop,
the
whoop,
woo woo.
time to go to prison. Like, it's not even like a fine. Like,
No,
you're
just
going
jail.
to prison.
Jail.
Oh my god.
No contest.
There's like Al Capone days, and they're like, all right, there's a little slot in the door. They slide it open. They're like, what's the password? And you're like, Snickerdoodles. And they're like, come in. Like, what the hell? Oh, I found another good Illinois one. I'll say after yours.
Apparently, it's illegal in Texas to own more than 6 dildos.
Are they even living?
Listen, I got my Harry Potter one. I got my lightsaber. I got the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh
That's the
my
shape of a little
God.
fist. I got just, plain Jane, vibrator. I don't know, a reindeer ear or horn.
Too many. That's it.
That's
too
6.
many.
That's
How-
6. And then,
You're done.
you get one for a present or something,
Nope.
and someone's like,
You're
I
gonna
like
have
how
to
I
come-
said reindeer horn is one of the optional
reindeer horn.
dildos.
Okay, first of all, we need to go through all of those, Carl. If you own these, we're gonna have a talk. The lightsaber one might be cool though. Let's
The
be
Harry
real.
Potter one is cool too.
It just seems so.
Wingardium Leviosa.
So, I just want to be hired for this position. Like, hi, do you mind if I come in? Here's my badge, part of the dildo police. Gonna have to do a check here.
Part of the dildo police.
We're gonna have to do a search here.
Wow, that is. and the dad is like, Johnny, go. Hide the dildos, quick. We've planned for this.
And he's like, no, not that way. That's the tornado drill. We're going for dildo drill. Like, this way. It's like, jeez. All right, Illinois. It says it's a crime in Illinois to oh my God, I can't talk now. It's a crime in Illinois to possess more than $600 worth of salamanders. And then it says that's 75 plus salamanders according to fair market value. Someone did the math. Just so you know how many salamanders you can have.
How many was it again?
75. Okay.
Or what if you get like a really expensive one?
Then 74.
Just one. I don't know. I'm not
a $600. Like, that's a special salamander.
You love salamanders so much you get a new one like every week. Like, I just feel like it's like an addiction.
I buy them and I set them free, but I can only buy them one at a time.
In Connecticut, a pickle must bounce in order for it to be a true pickle.
Again, can I have this job where I just test, like, I gotta fucking toss these things and like, nope, that one rolled, Johnny, get it out of here.
I just don't understand, like, how often do pickles bounce, I guess is the question.
I kind of want to buy pickles and see if they bounce now.
Yeah, same.
I want to know what went wrong that this is a law. Like, if your pickle doesn't bounce, I'm out. Like, something went wrong for them to have to create a whole law.
All right, you got one? If not, I have one.
Go ahead.
So this one is in Georgia. So you're not allowed to have an ice cream cone in your back pocket.
Damn it. Oh, God.
Wait. But they give an explanation, and this actually makes sense. So it's an old law that was put in place to prevent stealing. Not to stop people from stealing ice cream, but from stealing horses. People would stick an ice cream cone in their back pocket to lure horses away. They would walk all the way to their house without having to even look back at the horse. Imagine just like walking down the street and the horse is just following,
like nipping at your ass, trying to get your butt cone.
And you're like sprinting away, and the horse is like booking it after you. He's like, I want that thing so
it's
bad.
It's terrifying. Like, and you can't look back at it. You just have to put your head down and run. And just, again, we're going to tell the speed by the Clops. Like, oh, God, he's getting closer to the cone. We got to go.
Do you know how many states this is a thing in? It's in New York. Walking around on Sunday with an ice cream cone in your pocket is illegal.
Just Sunday.
Just Sunday, though.
No stealing horses on Sunday.
Kentucky as well, and I'm pretty sure we were talking about Connecticut earlier. So I guess horse stealing via ice cream cones.
Aren't there better like choices that aren't gonna melt in your back pocket?
Wait, but I feel like they were just using the cone though, like just the sugary
just the
part.
cone.
Yeah.
You have like a stack of them leaning out of your pocket, flailing in the wind when you're running from this horse that you're stealing.
I just don't understand because
I wish all of them had that explanation. Like, why does this exist?
Yeah, really.
Okay. In Kentucky, every legislator, public officer, and lawyer must take an oath stating that they have not fought a duel with deadly weapons. Like, have you picked up a saber in your lifetime? But it had to be a legit duel. Like, it couldn't be like you attacking someone. It had to be a legitimate duel. Like, I challenge you.
Hang on. This one's funny. This one's in Alaska. No getting drunk in a bar.
What?
In Alaska, it is illegal to be drunk in a bar. Per state laws, a person who is already drunk may not knowingly enter a bar to drink more or remain in the bar that got them drunk in the first place.
So you, like, get your buzz and get out.
I guess.
Like, drink it and leave immediately. They're actually like, you know what? Just drink it all and go drive. Like, that is the get out, go drive home immediately. Don't be drunk here. Don't let it cool off. Just go now.
Oh my God. What is this? What is this? In Florida, it's a felony to sell your children. I feel like that should be a law everywhere.
Wait, like not even for? Well, I guess you're not selling. Like for adoption
No, just like
in general. Like
just
on
like
the,
selling them like on the slave block. Or,
you're
like,
you're at like a garage sale and you're like, how much is this lawnmower? And they're like, oh, it's like $40. And you're like, all right, how much for the kid? And they're like,
35.
10. Take him.
10. Jesus. Clearly someone really doesn't want their child.
Again, it had to happen multiple times
Yeah.
for there to be a law created. Michigan. There's a statute on books since 1931 and never changed that makes it a felony and punishable by a maximum sentence of 4 years in prison.
Wait, for what?
I haven't said yet.
Oh.
And possibly $5,000 or more in fines for adultery.
That's fair.
If you cheat, go to jail.
Where was this?
Michigan.
They are real loyal up there, apparently.
Yeah. You want to mess around? You got a side chick? Prison.
Yeah.
Just go.
I mean, fair enough. Another Illinois one. Galesburg, I don't know where that is. City law strictly prohibits fancy bike riding of any bicycle on city streets, particularly, and then it gives specifics. Riding with both hands removed from the handlebars, both feet removed from the pedals, or any, and this is in quotations, acrobatic shenanigans on your fancy velocipede. According to a Galesburg police officer, I suspect the trick riding ordinance came during a time or concern about bicyclist safety and perhaps crashes involving bicyclists. It is seldom enforced. I can imagine, I mean, really.
I just love that it's called fancy
bike riding. That's why I thought it was so funny.
That's the best part of it. Like, don't do any tricks and none of your fancy shit.
If you pop a wheelie, you're done.
Wow.
Indiana back at it again being weird.
Good. This one, I just have so many questions already. In Missouri, if a bull or ram over the age of 1 year runs rampant for more than 3 days, any person may then castrate the animal without assuming liability for the damages. So
Just
we're not
imagine.
going to stop the bull. No, we will not catch it. We will not stop it from running rampant.
We'll cut his balls off.
We're going to cut his private parts off. We won't stop him, though. He can go again after that.
Just imagine, like, seeing a bull and being like, man, I've seen that one around for like 3 days.
I think he's fair game now.
And then you're running, and you just have your, like, castration knife, and you, like, slide under it and just chop his testicles off real quick.
Slow motion, like
Yeah.
action movie style. It's just like sink.
And you, like, catch him in your other hand.
He just keeps running.
And the bull just, like, doesn't even notice what's happening.
Yeah. And the guy just holds him and, like, nods his head, like,
I did this.
No fines here. But so if you just cut the balls off regularly before 3 days, going to jail, fines.
No stealing catfish in Louisiana.
Stealing like from the river or from a friend?
Oh, I'm sorry, crawfish.
Oh,
Crawfish?
Same question. Crawfish, like in Illinois,
It is
people
illegal
call
to steal someone else's crawfish, like really illegal. Meriting its own state law, crawfish theft in excess of $15,000 can land the offender with up to 10 years prison time or a $3,000 fine. But mostly they will have to endure the humiliation of being called shellfish for the rest of their life.
The 10 years of prison for stealing these crawfish is not the worst part of it. It's not the 10 years. It's, I'm going to call you shellfish. Like, can you imagine just in public, like, hey, what up, shellfish? And he's like, oh, for shame. Okay. This one is so weird. Nevada. Using an x-ray machine to determine a person's shoe size would get you in trouble. Who went the length of, like, sit your ass down for an x-ray? I need to know how big your shoes are. Like, who went through that trouble enough for there to be a law? Like, no, officer, no, I was not doing weird medical procedures. I just needed to know his shoe size.
This one's in Michigan. Until 2006, I don't know. I guess maybe this kind of counts. Every citizen of Michigan was encouraged to be a bounty hunter.
Oh my
A
goodness.
1941 act titled An Act to Provide for the Payment of Bounties for the Killing of Starlings and Crows offered any citizen a bounty of 3 cents per each starling killed and 10 cents per crow, so long as they were presented in a state of good preservation. So,
So like, we're gonna make you the bird bounty hunter, but it's got to be a clean shot.
I guess.
You just said the bounty hunter part, and I was like, "What?"
So did
What?
I.
What?
That's the only part I read.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So you're like hard on money, and you're like, okay, I gotta make a living somehow. These birds are going down.
This one's so funny. Do you have one?
Go ahead.
In Mississippi, following former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg's contentious attempt to restrict the size of soft drinks sold throughout the city, Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant signed a law preventing his state's lawmakers from enacting rules that limit portion sizes, thanks in part to the anti-Bloomberg bill. So you could keep your big gulps as big as you want. You could get like 128 fucking big gulp, and it's fine. And it also adds at the end, 1 in 3 Mississippians remain obese. That might be a joke, but...
Just so you know. He was like, no, we need more
like,
soda.
That's freaking bullshit, Mike Bloomberg. Like, get out of here. No playing golf in Montana. Frisbee golf. Anywhere not deemed a sanctioned golf course.
Frolf.
Golf.
No, frolf.
I guess. Curiosity to play frisbee golf on a non-sanctioned golf course could cost you $500 or 6 months in jail.
Oh my goodness. That's so intense. It's a frisbee. Like, chill out.
Oh, this one's so dumb.
In Pennsylvania,
Go ahead.
they feel that you need to specify in writing in law that under no circumstances can you barter an infant.
That seems necessary.
Like, I can't pay for the pizza, but I'll give you this kid.
Why is everybody trying to sell their kids? Like,
Yeah. Oh man, the East Coast is weird.
yeah, I guess so. In Nebraska, no person afflicted with a venereal disease can get married.
You got herpes? Clear that shit up first. You're not coming in this courthouse. It's like, oh man.
Oh my god, these are nuts. These are nuts.
All right, we'll do one more.
I have a small one. Just gonna say it and then brush over it.
Okay.
In New Hampshire, it is forbidden to collect seaweed from the beach at night.
But during the day, go ahead. It's fine. Totally cool.
Why? Why?
All right, are we ready?
Who was doing that it was a problem?
So, our last one. In Utah, no one may hurl a missile at a bus or bus terminal except for peace officers and security personnel of any kind.
When you say hurl a missile,
Just like chuck it like
I feel like missile. I've heard that term used before. I don't think they mean actual missiles, but I think they mean
I hope
like,
they do though.
I
Just like cock and load like a football like
yeah. At what buses? Or
at
what-
buses or bus terminals. But security professionals of any kind, so like Paul Blart can just chuck a missile at a bus and we're cool. but
Paul Blart, missile cop. Holy moly.
this has been very enlightening.
I mean, I really enjoyed learning that our state song sucks. And
It's
that
horrible,
New
but
Mexico's is amazing.
I might just put New Mexico's on in my car from now. Just jam.
Jeez.
I'm gonna learn all the state songs for you, Carl.
An hour episode podcast of you serenading me with every state song.
We would lose every listener we have. They'd just be like, I'm never again.
Honestly, I think that would boost us, to be fair.
Start getting advertisement spots because I'm over here learning the state songs.
Oh, gosh.
All right, then.
This has been the weirdest laws in the United States. This was Rated E for Everything. Thanks for tuning in.
Like us on Twitter, Facebook, Or follow
Instagram.
us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Whatever you do on Instagram. Comment on our statuses. Leave us reviews on Apple Podcasts. Leave us reviews on Facebook or
Twitter.
however you do the internet. Thank you.
Good night.
We out.